Hello and welcome to Gaylor News. I'm Maggie Jensen and I'm your host. Today we explore what it is like to have your freshman year in the middle of a global pandemic. Freshman year is a critical year to make friends, get involved, and become part of campus life. This comes with the expectations that are summarized by Amanda Coleman and Adam Goldberg.
Freedom, a lot of more activities and more opportunities to meet people, a lot of in-person classes and walking around campus. And yeah, I'd say that's about it.
I assumed it would be normal. Halfway through my senior year, we moved to all online, which was not very similar to other schools where I was from. So honestly, I thought things would be normal by the time I went to college, but pretty much everyone did.
Some expectations people have is making friends. However, this has been proven difficult to do during a pandemic. Irene Georgestone, another freshman here at OU, talks about her experience trying to make friends in class.
I think it's been harder than usual because there's really not much that you can do from virtually. I mean, if you're into gaming, you could probably have games with some of your friends from the same class, but if you're not, then there's it's really kind of hard to make friends. The only way I find myself making friends, and I say that in quotes, is if I'm put in like a small discussion group or team with people. So like in my business communications class, I've been working with 5 people for basically the whole semester, and I guess you could say I know those people. They're my friends, but also not really because we haven't really met, and it's just not the same. So yeah, it's kind of hard making friends through Zoom.
Coleman and Goldberg also faced challenges with making friends, but they chose to get involved on campus to help with that.
It's definitely hard. First semester, I met a ton of people at the very beginning of the semester and kind of hung out with them, but slowly lost touch. And then this semester, me and my roommate joined a sorority to make more friends. So yeah, it's definitely been tough, especially with all our meetings and classes online.
I was pretty frightened, I guess, because I didn't know anyone on campus, and Zoom class isn't conducive to making friends. You can't really lean over and talk to someone. So that was a fear, but I joined organizations like the Pride of Oklahoma and an engineering competitive team, and honestly, just kind of making the school not seem so big and daunting helped me a lot.
However, getting involved has presented challenges, mainly with being motivated on Zoom, as Heather Wilmot describes.
Yeah, I feel like it's been easy to find places to get involved, but because everything's on Zoom, it's hard to really do stuff, I guess, because Zooms are awkward.
Goldberg also faces challenges in getting involved as he describes his experience.
A lot of organizations did very little or nothing, especially for new people. They just kind of had an off year. So finding the right organizations was really important because of COVID. And I guess it was just talking to people that are in it, because you can tell within 5 minutes of talking to the leadership of an organization whether they were going to actually be productive in trying to make something happen during this weird year or not.
How are classes going? Getting involved and making friends are important, but of course classes are the real reason people come to college. Georgetown has faced some challenges with motivations on online classes.
Yes. So because I'm an international student, I'm supposed to have like one in-person class, due to my visa status and whatnot. Um, but most of my classes are online. I do have one which is hybrid, which is like partly in person, partly online, but most of them are essentially online. Hmm. I think I do prefer the hybrid because at least you get that interaction with the professors and you get to see your classmates. And it's just different. It gives you more motivation to go to class and to just go out of your room, as opposed to online classes, which you can basically stay in bed and take your class and you're not doing much of anything.
Lastly, George makes a comment about dorm life and the reality of living there during a pandemic.
It's been, oh yeah, it's been a very interesting experience, especially now because you really don't have much control over who comes into your room and who doesn't, especially if you have a roommate. Um, so there are times when I've been concerned, like this person that is coming in the room have, like, do they show symptoms of COVID? Like, have they been tested, or are they going to wear masks while they're in the room? Will that inconvenience my roommates? Can I bring?
This concludes the podcast for tonight. Freshman year is a crazy time for everyone, but for the class of 2024, this has been a difficult experience. Hopefully, as COVID-19 calms down, that next year could return to some sense of normalcy. I would like to thank everyone who let me interview them for the podcast, and thank you for watching Gaylord News.